There is a law that governs all success, and it is as precise as the law of gravity. Nothing in life comes without a price. Every dream carries a tag, every desire carries a cost, and every goal demands its payment before it can be owned. The universe is a great storehouse of infinite supply, but it does not give credit. It asks for full payment in faith, discipline, persistence, and alignment. When we understand this truth, we stop asking why we don't have and begin asking what we have not yet paid. Every man and woman walks through life holding invisible coins. These coins are not of gold or silver, but of thought, emotion, and energy. We spend them every day on fear, on doubt, on resentment, or on vision, belief, and courage. The way we spend determines what we receive. The one who spends freely in fear receives its harvest. The one who invests in faith receives the wealth of answered prayer. The universe delivers the exact change for what you give out. Nothing more, nothing less. You see, there is a hidden arithmetic in life. When you set a goal, whether it is wealth, health, love, or purpose, you have written a price tag upon it. The greater the goal, the greater the inner payment it requires. Some people want great success, but they want to pay in small change, small effort, small vision, small patience. But life does not bargain. It asks for the full amount in courage, in endurance, in unwavering belief that your good is already yours. Many try to take shortcuts. They try to take the crown without carrying the cross, to reap without sowing, to receive without releasing. But every shortcut comes with a toll that must eventually be paid. You cannot plant weeds and expect roses to grow. You cannot speak defeat and expect victory to appear. You cannot live in complaint and expect abundance to dwell with you. The law of cause and effect waits for no one. It is exact, impartial, and unfailing. The secret is not in struggling or forcing results, but in first paying the right kind of price. When you hold a clear mental picture of your goal and combine it with unwavering faith, you have already begun to pay. When you refuse to speak limitation, when you act in confidence though you cannot yet see results, you are paying the price. When you release resentment, when you forgive where you once condemned, when you bless the success of others, you are making a down payment on your own. Your thoughts are your currency. Your emotions are your investment. Your actions are your receipts. The more positive the thought, the purer the emotion, the more aligned the action, the greater the return. Many people think their goal is delayed, but it is only waiting for full payment. The universe keeps exact books. When your spiritual account shows that the full price has been paid in faith, the manifestation arrives at your door, sometimes suddenly, sometimes silently, but always surely. Do not be afraid of the price. For though it may seem costly, it always gives more than it takes. The effort you put forth strengthens your character. The patience you develop refines your soul. The faith you cultivate becomes your greatest wealth. Each payment is a blessing disguised as labor, a lesson wrapped in delay, a treasure hidden in the test. When you face obstacles, remember they are not denials, but price adjustments. They are life's way of asking, do you still want this? If you say yes and continue in faith, the path clears. But if you turn away, the payment is void, and the goal fades into the unseen once more. To those who are willing to pay the full price, life gives the full reward. The one who persists, who believes when all seems lost, who works not with strain but with spiritual certainty, will find every goal fulfilled in divine timing. There is no dream too high, no vision too vast, if you are willing to meet its cost in faith and obedience to the unseen law. So, as you walk toward your desires, carry this truth in your heart. Nothing is denied to the one who pays in full. But remember, the price is not pain, not fear, not sacrifice in the worldly sense. The true price is unwavering belief, right action, and inner harmony with the thing desired. When you pay in faith, you never lose. When you act from love, you never owe. And when your heart aligns with your highest intention, the universe itself rushes to balance the account. Every goal you dream of is already waiting for you in the unseen, its price tag clear and fair, its payment within your power. Every goal in life comes attached with an invisible price tag. It does not matter whether the goal is wealth, success, health, peace, or love. Each of these has its cost, and the payment cannot be made with money, but with qualities of spirit, faith, discipline, and persistence. Too often, people dream of success without understanding the law that governs its attainment. They desire the harvest, but neglect the sowing. They seek the reward without paying the price, and then they wonder why the goal seems far away. But the truth is simple and eternal. Before any dream becomes reality, you must first give what it demands in the unseen realm. Every goal asks, "Are you willing to pay what I'm worth?" And life listens carefully to your answer. Faith is the first coin in this payment. Faith is the invisible assurance that what you desire is already yours in the spiritual realm, even when all appearances seem to deny it. It is not blind hope, it is spiritual vision. Faith is the ability to stand still in the face of delay, to act as if the thing you desire is already here, and to speak with confidence when everything around you seems uncertain. When you hold faith, you are buying your goal on a level that eyes cannot see. The one who believes without wavering has already paid half the price. Because faith creates a vibration that attracts its equal, and what you hold steadfastly in mind with belief must eventually appear in your experience. The law is exact. Faith does not beg or plead, it declares and expects. When you pay with faith, you are telling the universe, "I trust the process. I am certain of the outcome." That certainty is magnetic. It draws the goal toward you with unseen power, yet faith alone is not enough. The second form of payment is discipline. Discipline is the daily obedience to your vision. It is doing what must be done, even when the mood is gone, when comfort tempts you to delay, when doubt whispers that your effort will not matter. Discipline is self-mastery in motion. It is the way you prove to life that you are serious about your desire. Many people pray for success, but their habits contradict their prayers. They speak of wanting abundance, but think thoughts of lack. They declare their wish for health, but continue habits that destroy it. Discipline bridges the gap between intention and manifestation. It is the consistent alignment of thought, word, and action. Without discipline, faith becomes idle, dreaming. With it, faith becomes power in action. Each time you choose consistency over comfort, you make another payment toward your goal. Persistence is the third and final installment of the price. It is the ability to continue moving forward even when nothing seems to happen, when results delay, when progress appears invisible. Persistence is the refusal to quit, not because of stubbornness, but because you understand the law that the goal must yield to the one who will not give up. Every delay is only an opportunity to prove your determination. The universe tests your persistence, not to deny you, but to refine your strength. Those who persist discover that the greatest rewards often arrive just after the moment they almost surrendered. The world admires talent, but life rewards endurance. Persistence turns the impossible into inevitable. It keeps your energy steady and your vibration aligned until what was once only a dream begins to solidify into form. The price of a goal cannot be paid in partial amounts. You cannot give faith for a day, discipline for a week, and persistence for a month, expecting full manifestation. The payment must be complete, steady, and consistent. Each thought of doubt is like taking back a coin you have already paid. Each moment of procrastination delays the transaction. But every act of faith, every step of discipline, every moment of persistence adds credit to your spiritual account. When the account reaches the full amount, your goal is released from the unseen and becomes visible in the physical world. There is no exception to this law. Life is a perfect accountant. It keeps no mistakes in its books. You must also understand that the price varies with the goal. Small goals ask for small effort. Great goals ask for great inner strength. A dream that will transform your life will also transform you, and that transformation is part of the cost. You will have to let go of old habits, old fears, old ways of thinking. You cannot become the person who achieves the goal without first leaving behind the person who could not. This shedding process may feel uncomfortable, but it is sacred. It is the universe collecting its payment in courage, in growth, in surrender. Every obstacle you meet on the path is not punishment, it is part of the price tag. Each challenge asks, will you give faith instead of fear? Will you give effort instead of complaint? Will you give trust instead of doubt? Your answer determines how quickly you advance toward your goal. Those who understand this law no longer waste energy in resistance. They stop asking for easy lives and begin asking for greater strength. They do not fear effort because they know that every disciplined act is building invisible wealth. They welcome persistence because they understand that each moment of perseverance polishes their faith. They see every test as a sign that their payment is being accepted. To them, effort is sacred, consistency is devotion, and patience is the highest form of faith. They know that when they continue to pay faithfully, the goal must arrive in divine order. When you pay the price in faith, discipline, and persistence, you are in harmony with universal law. The universe does not respond to wishful thinking, it responds to vibration. Faith sets the frequency, discipline keeps it steady, and persistence ensures it never drops. Together, these three form a code that unlocks every closed door. There is no mystery in success for those who understand this equation. Those who wish to receive without paying live in disappointment. Those who pay gladly live in fulfillment. The law does not fail, only human patience does. So every time you think of your goal, remember that it already exists in the invisible storehouse of the universe. It is waiting, ready, labeled with your name, but it will not be handed out freely. Life requires you to make the exchange, not in money or influence, but in spiritual currency. Faith is the deposit, discipline is the daily payment, persistence is the proof that you are worthy to receive. As you keep paying, something beautiful happens. You grow into the kind of person who can hold the very thing you desire. And that, more than the goal itself, is the true reward. The universe is a mirror reflecting everything that is sent into it. It does not judge, it does not filter, it simply responds. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every word you speak, every action you take sends out a vibration that echoes through the unseen and returns to you in kind. This is the silent exchange between you and the infinite. It is the great law of correspondence that governs all creation, the truth that what you give out in energy, you receive back in form. If you wish to change what appears in your life, you must first change the energy you invest in it, for the universe always responds exactly to the currency of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Thought is the first movement of creation. Every goal begins as a thought, a seed in the garden of the mind. Yet the quality of that thought determines the harvest. A thought of confidence carries a vibration of strength, while a thought of fear carries the shadow of delay. The mind is like a projector, casting its inner images upon the screen of reality. When your thoughts are fixed on success, gratitude, and possibility, you send a command to the universe to organize itself in harmony with your belief. But when your thoughts dwell on limitation, lack, and failure, you are unknowingly giving energy to the very things you do not want. The universe does not differentiate between what is desired and what is feared. It only amplifies what is most emotionally charged. Therefore, to master your life, you must master the quality of your thinking, for your thoughts are the blueprint of your experience. Yet thought alone is not enough, for it is emotion that gives life to thought. Emotion is the magnet of creation. The universe feels you far more clearly than it hears you. You may say you want success, but if your emotion is one of worry, doubt, or frustration, then that is the vibration that reaches the universe. It responds not to your words, but to your frequency. Joy attracts abundance, gratitude attracts blessings, peace attracts solutions, and love attracts harmony. The law is exact, precise, and always in motion. When you align your emotions with the feeling of already having what you desire, the universe begins to shift, unseen paths open, and opportunities are drawn into your orbit. Emotion is not weakness, it is your power made visible through vibration. To feel deeply is to create powerfully. Energy is the universal language, and every person speaks it, whether they know it or not. Your mood, your presence, your thoughts all radiate energy into your surroundings. You walk into a room, and without saying a word, people feel something from you. That feeling is your vibration. It is the silent announcement of your state of being. When your energy is rooted in confidence and calm, life reflects situations that match it. When your energy is rooted in doubt or tension, life echoes that as well. Everything is energy, money, love, health, success, all flow toward those whose vibration is open to receiving them. The one who constantly worries about lack pushes abundance away. The one who lives in gratitude calls it closer. The universe is always listening, but it listens in frequency, not language. This is why visualization and affirmation work only when they are infused with true emotion. You may repeat words of success 1,000 times, but if your heart still beats in fear, the vibration of fear is what dominates. The mind may declare one thing while the soul broadcasts another. Alignment occurs when thought, emotion, and belief all move in one direction. When you think prosperity, feel prosperity, and act with faith in prosperity, you send a pure signal to the universe. That signal is irresistible, and its return is inevitable. The universe does not operate on luck, it operates on law. It gives to each according to their energetic investment. Every situation in your life is the reflection of energy previously sent out. Relationships mirror the love or resistance you hold within. Finances mirror your belief in worth and abundance. Opportunities mirror your openness to receive. Even challenges mirror the lessons your energy still needs to learn. Nothing comes by chance. Everything is a reply to the vibration you have been offering. When you change the signal, the reflection must change. That is why inner transformation always precedes outer success. The world cannot show you peace until you radiate it. It cannot show you respect until you embody it. It cannot show you success until you believe you deserve it. The outer is a delayed reflection of the inner. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can send into the universe. It multiplies whatever it touches. When you are grateful for what you have, you are affirming that you live in a state of plenty, and the universe, which is infinitely abundant, responds by giving you more to appreciate. Gratitude closes the gap between what you desire and what you experience. It is not a passive emotion, but an active force that reshapes your energy field. Those who make gratitude their daily practice find that doors open with ease, help arrives unexpectedly, and blessings multiply without struggle. Gratitude is the proof that you trust the process and that you believe the universe is good. Another powerful vibration is joy. Joy is magnetic, creative, and expansive. When you act from joy, you align with the highest current of universal flow. Goals pursued with stress carry resistance. Goals pursued with joy carry momentum. The universe recognizes joy as a sign of harmony and responds with synchronicities and opportunities. When you do what you love, when you speak words that uplift, when you give from the heart, you become a clear channel for creative energy to flow through. That flow carries you toward your desires without strain. This is why those who act with joy often seem lucky. They are simply in tune with the rhythm of the universe. But the universe also teaches through contrast. When you send out fear, anger, or bitterness, the same vibration returns, not as punishment, but as feedback. It shows you where your energy is misaligned. Each negative emotion is an invitation to adjust your frequency. When you notice fear, you are being called to strengthen faith. When you notice envy, you are being asked to celebrate others. When you notice doubt, you are reminded to return to trust. Life speaks to you through energy. Everything that feels heavy or unpleasant is a signal that you are out of harmony with your highest self. The correction is always internal. not external. You cannot fight the reflection, you must change the projection. This law is not something to be feared but to be mastered. It means that you are never powerless. You are the artist painting your experience with thoughts, emotions, and energy. Every day, you write a new page in the book of your life through the vibration you choose to maintain. When you wake up and choose calmness over chaos, love over resentment, gratitude over complaint, you are making powerful deposits into the field of possibility. These deposits gather, accumulate, and manifest in visible form over time. The universe never misses a vibration. Every feeling counts, every thought matters, every action adds weight to the outcome. To live in alignment with this truth is to take responsibility for your energy. It means you no longer react to circumstances but consciously shape them. When something unwanted appears, you ask, what vibration created this, and what vibration will dissolve it? You no longer chase outcomes because you know that your vibration will summon them at the right time. You no longer compete because you know that your energy attracts what is truly yours. You no longer despair because you understand that one new thought, one shift in feeling, can alter the entire trajectory of your life. This is the quiet power of understanding that the universe always responds exactly to what you invest. Every goal you set, every dream you hold, every word you speak sends a signal. When that signal is one of unwavering faith, elevated emotion, and harmonious energy, the universe can only respond with fulfillment. True success is not an accident, nor is it a matter of luck or chance. It is the natural result of living in harmony with the spiritual law of cause and effect. This law operates with absolute precision, linking every thought, emotion, word, and action to its corresponding outcome. Whatever you plant in the invisible soil of consciousness must, in time, appear as a visible harvest in the physical world. When your actions, intentions, and inner beliefs are aligned with this law, success flows toward you effortlessly. When they are not, life becomes a series of struggles, delays, and disappointment. The key is not to fight circumstances, but to align yourself with the causes that naturally lead to the effects you desire. Every cause in the universe is a seed, and every effect is its flower. The moment you understand this, you begin to take responsibility for what you plant each day. Thoughts of abundance plant seeds of prosperity. Thoughts of kindness plant seeds of friendship. Thoughts of fear plant seeds of limitation. And thoughts of resentment plant seeds of delay. The law does not judge what you sow. It only ensures that you reap exactly what you've planted. This means you cannot think one way and live another. The outer world always matches the inner one. The law of cause and effect is silent, constant, and impartial. It serves everyone equally, and it cannot be deceived by appearances or words. You may speak of faith, but if you act in fear, it is fear that the law must return to you. To align your actions with this law is to act consciously rather than react impulsively. It means understanding that everything you do creates a ripple. When you act from love, you set in motion causes that will bring peace. When you act from greed, you set in motion causes that will bring emptiness. Every choice matters because the universe keeps perfect balance. It does not lose track of a single vibration. The energy you send out today becomes the conditions you experience tomorrow. Success, therefore, is not about forcing outcomes but about planting the right causes repeatedly, patiently, and faithfully, knowing the harvest will appear in divine order. The alignment of cause and effect begins with the mind. The mind is the workshop of creation, and every thought is a tool shaping the unseen. When your mind is clear, focused, and filled with conviction, you create powerful causes that to attract corresponding results. But when your mind is clouded by doubt or confusion, your results mirror that uncertainty. This is why discipline of thought is essential. You cannot plant seeds of negativity and expect a positive harvest. The universe responds to the nature of your vibration, not your excuses. The one who consistently holds thoughts of truth, abundance, and gratitude creates a magnetic field that draws success naturally. There is no need to chase or struggle. for the law itself ensures delivery. However, thought must be followed by action. Right thinking without right doing is incomplete. The universe moves through action. It requires expression in the physical world. When your actions are aligned with your beliefs, you create powerful harmony between the inner and outer realms. Each step you take with faith is a declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive. Each task done with love adds weight to your cause. Small, consistent actions guided by purpose and sincerity generate great effects over time. The universe magnifies effort born from truth and weakens effort born from fear. It is not the size of the action that matters, but the vibration behind it. A small act done in pure faith is greater than a large one done in doubt. Success that aligns with spiritual law is never built on harm, deceit, or competition. Such success is temporary, for it violates the balance of cause and effect. To harm another is to plant seeds of loss. To deceive is to sow confusion. Real success uplifts, serves, and expands all involved. When your actions contribute to the good of others, the universe multiplies your return. What you give out, whether time, kindness, or skill, returns in greater form. The more value you create, the more life rewards you. Those who understand this do not fear giving, because they know giving and receiving are two sides of the same spiritual law. To withhold is to block the flow. To give freely is to keep it open. Patience is another part of alignment. The law of cause and effect operates in divine timing, not human impatience. Every seed requires a season of growth. You may not see results immediately, but that does not mean nothing is happening. The universe works silently, arranging people, events, and opportunities according to the vibration you have set. Impatience interrupts the process. Faith sustains it. When you trust that the law is working, you remain calm even when appearances seem still. The farmer does not dig up his seed every day to check its progress. He waters it and waits, knowing the harvest is guaranteed. So too must you trust that your right causes will bear fruit when the conditions are ripe. There is also a hidden justice in this law. It ensures that no good effort is ever lost and no harmful act ever goes unpaid. Even when results seem delayed, the law is balancing unseen accounts. Every kind word, every forgiving thought, every act of integrity builds invisible credit that must eventually return as blessing. Likewise, every negative action creates debt that will seek to balance itself through experience. This understanding frees you from envy or resentment. You no longer need to compare yourself to others because you know that everyone is receiving according to their own causes. What you see as someone's success today may be the result of seeds planted years ago. Your own harvest is on its way, waiting for its perfect season. To align with this spiritual law, you must live consciously, not automatically. Observe your thoughts, guard your speech, and choose your actions with awareness. Before you speak or act, ask yourself, what kind of cause am I creating right now? This question brings clarity and power. When you speak words of kindness, you create peace. When you focus on solutions, you create progress. When you act with integrity, you create trust. Over time, these small causes accumulate into powerful effects. The person who lives this way no longer fears the future, because they know the seeds they are planting today are good. When you align your life with the law of cause and effect, success becomes effortless. You no longer chase results, you attract them. You no longer fight the current, you flow with it. Life begins to unfold smoothly, with coincidences, opportunities, and support arriving just when needed. This is not magic, it is law. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all moving in the same direction, the universe responds in perfect symmetry. You create momentum that cannot be stopped, because it is in harmony with the very rhythm of creation. Those who ignore this law live in struggle. They blame fate, others, or luck, not realizing that they themselves are the source of their conditions. They plant seeds of worry and wonder why peace does not come. They speak of failure and wonder why doors remain closed, but those who understand and respect the law live differently. They know that nothing happens by chance, that everything has a reason, that every cause will bring its rightful effect. They take control of their inner world and let the universe handle the rest. Their success is calm, steady, and certain, because it rests on eternal truth rather than temporary circumstances. When your every action is guided by truth, when your every word carries kindness, when your every thought aligns with faith, the law of cause and effect becomes your greatest ally. Life begins to cooperate with you instead of resisting you. The universe, which once seemed unpredictable, becomes a faithful servant responding to your vibration. True success is not taken by force, it is earned by harmony. It is the natural outcome of right causes producing right effects, of inner order reflected in outer prosperity. The moment you understand this, you no longer struggle to achieve, you simply align, and in that alignment, everything you desire flows naturally into form.